Hi, my name is Dr. Nicola Coutinho. I'm a homeopath and mum to a 2.5-year-old boy. I'd like to offer you the short video discourse on how to introduce your child to solid food. This is an initiative of Mums of Goa or MOG. In a few minutes, I would like to deconstruct the how, why, what, and when of baby-led weaning, which is different from what we know as traditional weaning. In this process, you introduce your baby to solid family foods and encourage them to self-feed. Now, when to start? A vital question. Your baby has to fulfill 3 criteria. Number 1, the age of 6 months. For the first 6 months, babies need to be exclusively breast or formula fed because until this point of time, their digestive systems are not mature enough to handle anything else. The second criteria is that baby needs to be able to sit with little or no support for more than 1 minute. This ensures that the core muscles are strong enough for baby to bend forward and cough out food if they need to. Also, babies need to be in an upright position and not reclining when you offer them a meal. The third criteria is the loss of the tongue thrust reflex, which is a reflex by which babies push out objects in their mouth using their tongue. And they lose this reflex around the age of 6 months. So you got to wait until they lose that, otherwise it's counterproductive to introduce solid food to them. Now you may be tempted to offer your baby food when they start to show interest in your food, grab food from your plate, or start putting objects into their mouth. These are also signs of readiness, but not unless the first 3 points that I mentioned are fulfilled. Now, a very valid concern and fear of many parents is, won't my baby choke? I'm here to dispel that fear. It's important to know that most babies gag when they are introduced to solid food. Now, the gag reflex is located near the front of the mouth for babies in comparison to us adults where it's located in the back. So babies tend to gag much faster than adults. And this serves a very important purpose because it teaches the baby how big a bite to take without gagging. It's all a process of trial and error and learning. So the important thing here is to know the difference between gagging and choking, which by itself is enough material for another whole discourse. But very quickly, let me tell you, when a child is gagging, they're usually coughing, making sounds, and trying to throw out what is in their mouth. But when a child is choking, their airways and food passage is already obstructed. So although their mouth may be open and they're trying to throw it out, there is very little or no sound that's coming out. And due to lack of oxygen, the baby starts turning blue. This is when you should know what to do. So please educate yourself in first aid for your baby in case of choking. Having said that, the percentage of babies that actually choke on food is minimal and almost close to nothing in comparison to gagging. So please know the differences. Also very important to remember is never to put your fingers into baby's mouth when they're eating because that could cause them to choke. Now, how to start? Let me go over a few principles before we get down to the nitty-gritties of exactly how and what. You as a parent, as mama or papa, will decide what baby eats and when baby eats. Baby will decide if they eat and how much they eat. And as hard as it may be, it is vital that you as a parent respect this decision of your baby. Never force them to eat. Allow them to self-feed. Even with a spoon. Yes, even at 6 months, a baby is able to take a spoon. You need to probably preload it at 6 months with porridge or whatever you're using the spoon for, and then allow baby to guide the spoon to their mouth. It may not always hit the target, but hey, it's a process of learning. Remember that food before 1 is just for fun. The main source of nutrition is breast milk or formula feed. Now, what to offer? It's It's relatively simple. Offer whatever food you eat as a family with one big difference. No sugar, no salt, no honey, and no chili until the baby turns 1 year old. Other spices you're free to offer. No purees, no mashed food or dal water which has no nutritional benefit. Start simple. Start with vegetables and fruits. You can do a boiled carrot, boiled cauliflower, broccoli, potato, or rice. You can cook the rice a little soft, make little balls and keep them on baby's plate so baby picks it up and puts it into her mouth. Or you can mix the rice and dal, preload a spoon and let baby feed herself. Now what it looks like, the process of baby-led weaning. First, you offer the breast or the bottle so that baby has had his fill of milk, and solid food does not replace milk because, as I said before, until the age of 1, breast milk or formula feed is the main source of nutrition and you don't want to replace that. Next, you sit down for a meal with your child. Children are fantastic copycats. They will do what you do. So that's the best way to teach them to eat. Eat with them. They will copy you. Next, cut their food in finger shapes, your finger shapes, so that it's big enough for baby to grasp, and then learn how much to bite off and chew. Grapes, berries, round fruits need to be cut into half so that they are not choking hazards. On no account should you offer your baby hard nuts, popcorn, or processed food. And on that note, let me say that Cerelac is a processed food. Then just let baby go. Let them go to town on their food, make a mess. There will be flying curd, flying palak. Your kitchen floor will look awful, but let them learn. It's a beautiful process. To give you a rough idea of meals, till the age of 6 months, as I said, exclusive breastfeeding or formula feeding. At 6 months, introduce 1 meal. At 7 months, add 1 snack. At 8 months, you can do 2 meals and 1 snack. At 9 months, you can do 2 of each, 2 meals and 2 snacks. And at 10 months and above, you can do 3 meals and 2 snacks, or if your baby wants, even 3 snacks, no problem. Other very valid queries that we get are, what about teeth? My baby has no teeth. How are they going to eat? Well, your baby has gums and jaws, and they are very strong and sufficient for your baby to chew. So there are no worries if your baby has no teeth. What about allergies? Please try to introduce all potential allergens as early as you can. Things like egg, prawns, strawberries, peanut butter. Introduce these as early as possible, but just don't introduce 2 potential allergens together, so that if the baby has a reaction, you know which one caused it. Having said all that, let me tell you about the benefits of baby-led weaning, which are, it is perfectly natural, it's enjoyable. Baby learns how to go about with different textures of food, consistencies, colors, smells of food. It's such a beautiful experience for the baby. It promotes extended breastfeeding. It also helps baby to practice very important developmental skills like pincer grip, fine motor skills, as well as interpersonal interaction, sitting at the table with the whole family and being an active family member. It gives baby tremendous importance and a sense of self. Also interesting to note, families that follow baby-led weaning tend to have healthier food choices. They also look at their own diet. And food, all in all, becomes a very positive experience. And me as a mother and a doctor and a former fussy eater, it's my sincere wish that every child has a beautiful introduction to food and develops a long-lasting and healthy relationship with it. Thank you.